You're welcome to my roundup of the weekend games. Game week 7. There was a lot of excitement during the game week. Some fantastic results were on the offer. Some disappointments too were there, but generally it was an exciting weekend of football. And we have a new table leader in the form of the Gunners, Arsenal. So they get to be the jersey for today's video because they are top of the league, and according to what most of their fans will say, lonely at the top. How long are Arsenal going to be on top of the league? No one knows. Do they have it in them to stick there to the end? No one knows. Their fans will be hoping that they can see it out. Rival fans will be hoping that they can bottle it once again. What do you think it will be? Arsenal going to bottle it? The league is theirs to lose right now because they are top of the league, lonely at the top. All right, so we're going to look at the teams. We're going to look at what they offered last weekend. I wish everything the best. Most especially Arsenal. You guys have suffered a lot. Let's hope that your team is strong enough to see this one out. Okay, we're going to start with Arsenal because they are top of the league. This is the league table, and as you can see, Arsenal are top of the league as it stands. For now, we usually get carried away as football fans, but for now, I would say for now, Arsenal are top of the league, and they are looking like the most complete team to win it. But we are just 7 games in. We have 31 games to go. So Arsenal going to bottle it like I asked initially, or are they going to, is this going to be their first trophy in so many years? Okay, defensively, Arsenal are the team. Arsenal are up there. This Gabriel and Saliba partnership is still cooking. So far, so good. They seem not to concede goals. They do not concede goals. They keep clean sheets. In fact, FPL, a lot of persons that have major defensive points in FPL use the Arsenal defense. I, for one, do. I'm just giving you a secret. You can try that too. Also, Timber has been a revelation recently. He was good last season. He was doing an amazing job, but injuries held him back. But this season, Timber is a different type of monster. His attacking play is there. He reminds me of prime Reece James, should I say, before he started suffering injuries and all. Timber he's the man right now. So Arsenal defense is looking tight and solid. Their midfield, Ateta was experimenting. Recently, he was experimenting with DMs and all. And then in the last game, you could see that the man knows what he's doing. He experimented and it worked. The midfield is starting to pan out how he wants it to. And it's a great sight to see. During the game, Odegaard got injured during their last game against West Ham. Odegaard got injured, and then Zubimendi came in, and you could see that from that point going forward, Arsenal controlled that game and got to the deserved win. And like I said, they do not concede. Let's look at their attack. Eze, Saka, most especially. Gyökeres is still finding his feet, in my opinion. Eze has hit the ground running. Saka is back from injury and is firing. And their attack has a lot of dynamism. Arsenal is the team. Look at their depth. For me, is the best, not based on talent, but based on efficiency. Their attack substitutions are doing the job. They're getting the job done. Right now, Arsenal has title winners written all over them. But like I said, there's still a lot of games to be played, and then anything can happen. But for now, Arsenal are the team to beat, and they're looking like the team that is going to win the trophy. Arteta, their coach, he has been at it for some seasons now, and if Arteta doesn't win the league this season, I think there's no excuse for him anymore, because he has gotten everything he needs to get his team to win the EPL trophy. Mind you, they are also in the Champions League. Can they do the double? Can they do the treble? Time will tell, as always. So, Arsenal, great team, great work rate. They are getting the results. They are top of the table, and I wish them well. Right now, except there's the dip in form or a bad decision from Arteta or injuries start hitting them hard, they are cruising, and they are looking like they will cruise to the title. So, let's see. What do you think? What is your thoughts? Do you think this Arsenal team can do it? Do you think they can go all the way over the finish line, or they will bottle it as usual? Give me your thoughts in the comments. And don't forget to subscribe and like and share my videos. Subscribe to the channel for more of this. We're going to move on to the next team, the almighty Liverpool. Liverpool fans, to the best of my knowledge, they are getting agitated, but I think that what they are going through now is what a lot of teams will eventually have to go through. Some teams have it early, other teams as the season progresses. The bad thing is when you start having these bad patches when it's at the tail end of the season. But for now, it's just 7 games in, and I think Liverpool, being the team that they are, I hope Slot can figure what is wrong out, and he can mend it before it causes too much damage. Liverpool so far, they've lost 2 games. 3 games if you are going to include the Champions League, and suddenly they are 1 point below Arsenal, but they are still second. They're still in a good position, in my opinion, and I think that they are still in the race for the league title. What is wrong with Liverpool? It has been coming, quite frankly, where teams compete with them shoulder to shoulder in games. They look like they are beatable. They actually looked like they are beatable before they actually were beaten. They were getting their lucky results, their lucky wins at the time minute of games. 82 minutes, 85 minutes, 92 minutes, 96 minutes, and coincidentally, recently they have been losing games in those minutes too. So what is it? Lapse in concentration, or is it tired legs? But in my opinion, the defense and how they set up is the problem. Now, how they set up their defensive structure is the problem. I think there are players that need some rest, or there should be a shuffle. There are players that are not in form. Right now, Salah is not in form. He has gone blank in a few games, unlike him. But knowing the Salah that we know, he usually has this dip in form and stuff like that. But when he starts firing, he fires good. Between the defensive midfield and the defense, there is a problem. We all know Salah doesn't track back, so teams are beginning to look at his side of play, and they are beginning to attack then there, and they make a lot of things difficult for the Liverpool defense to cope. Are Liverpool going to win the league? I don't think so. For now, like I said earlier, a lot of things can change. It's still a long season. There's still a whole lot of games to play, so Liverpool can come up good in the end. But for now, they are waving, they are fluttering. There's a bad patch for them. Can they fix it? Yes, definitely, absolutely. Can they fix it with what they have? Yes, they can. Some tired legs need to be rested. Salah needs some time off, maybe a couple of games to rest himself, and then maybe come back sharper and well rested, and probably get a few goals, 1 or 2, and then he'll start performing as he is. But just like Ronaldo, age is a thing, and age is no longer on the side of Salah. I feel like instead of playing Salah wide, I think they should start playing him more centrally, although it is going to affect the strikers that they've brought in. But if Salah is going to be a starting member of this team, something has to give. Either they start playing Salah more centrally, Ekitike and Isak, can actually be a bit more wide. They have the energy to run. They are younger, way younger than Salah, so that could be one of the solutions if Slot is going to actually look at it like that. And I think Caicedo too should be brought in for a few games. The last game I watched him play in the League Cup, Caicedo was amazing. He practically won that game for them. His work rate was off the chart. And I feel like he should be given more time while Salah is being rested. Also, I think the defensive partnership between Kanote and Saliba needs some work. I think they are too far apart in the recent game. And then the communication between Van Dijk and Kanote is beginning to be off for me. When I watch their games, I see that they are not communicating properly. I think if their communication improves or gets back to what it was last season, they will be fine. I don't think there's a huge cause for alarm. I think these are things that happen in football. I don't think Liverpool are far off in competition. I just feel like this is a bad patch for them, and I think they are going to come off better. So what is your opinion? Do you think Liverpool can win? Do you think they will come back and win and do a back-to-back league title? City did it, a lot of teams did it, so I think they can, but they just have to fix their issues, which is happening right now. Okay, on to the next team, which is Chelsea. Chelsea got a win against the Liverpool I just talked about now. They got a sweet win against Liverpool. A lot of people were rooting for them. I know Arsenal fans were rooting for them because it is due to Chelsea's win that Arsenal are now top of the league. They got a 2-1 win courtesy of goals from Caicedo, who in my opinion is the best midfielder in the league at this point. And also they got a goal from their new boy, a 96-minute winner from Esteval, the 19-year-old Brazilian. It was a sweet goal. Chelsea went about their business to the T. Yeah. But do not be deceived. Do not be deceived. I still saw weak links in that Chelsea's game, which Liverpool did not capitalize on. Don't get me wrong, Chelsea played that game exceptionally. The fight in them. For one, when Gittins came on, I was like, Gittins again. But Gittins played the best game in a Chelsea shirt. And they got injuries to Acheampong, their centre-back, to Badiashile, who looked to have stabilized the Chelsea defense. He was now offering what Colwill used to offer to Chelsea, and that is one of the reasons why in the last two games Chelsea played better and defended better. But now Badiashile is out with injury, and then Acheampong is also out injured. Centre-back crisis, that is what Chelsea is having. They now have all their centre-backs out injured. Colwill, Fofana, Tosin, Badiashile, Chalobah, and Acheampong. 6 centre-backs out injured for Chelsea. It's a crisis. It is a centre-back crisis. It is a huge crisis. The game was finished by Hato and James at centre-back, but they still squeezed out the win. Exceptional. Yes, like I said, I still saw mistakes from Chelsea. Now, the Chelsea team is an amazing team. If they have their 11 men on the pitch, they're a difficult side to beat. They're a difficult side to play against. The problem Chelsea has been having has been disciplinary issues. Okay? Which, in my opinion, not all of them were actually thought out. Lack of discipline. It's just know when you should going for a tackle, and then sometimes, especially early in games, be disciplined enough to allow some things play out. If the team wants to score against you, in my opinion, and there's nothing you can do about it, and you know it's going to be a foul, just like Chalobah, yeah, when he got that red card against Brighton, I think it was avoidable. He was the last man. Awareness. In his opinion, I think he thought that he could get the ball. But in cases like that, it's better for you to just let the striker take his chance. Who knows? It's a 50-50 against the goalkeeper. The goalkeeper might save it. It might be a goal, but it is still early in the game. If it is a goal, it is early in the game. You guys can fight it out and win. But when you are one man down, you have lost the advantage. Even against the worst team, you can be beaten in today's football, unlike those days where football is about individual skills and flair. Individual skills still play a role, but ultimately, a team that is well set up, when you are 10 men down, it is extremely difficult, except you go and defend and pray for a miracle to be able to have a goal. So if Chelsea can be disciplined enough to not commit in those early hours, especially when the games just started, I think they are young, so they are trying to, with youth, there is a lot of adrenaline to go into tackles, to win games. You feel like you can get it, and then you don't. So I think Chelsea is a good team. I think Chelsea will come good, and the beauty of it is that they're going to mature together and they're going to get their results. But their problems are not over. You could still see misplaced passes in the games that they were playing. You could still see individual mistakes, and they lost the ball on 2 or 3 occasions in that game, which Liverpool would have capitalized. I think one with Salah when Vets gave him that sweet assist, but he didn't get the goal. So those mistakes are still there, and I think Chelsea should still work on that. They should work on their confidence in holding the ball. And I think they will come good. They will be a proper team in a few seasons. I think by next season, Chelsea should be one of the teams that is fighting for the league. And their red cards issues is still not over. It's still down to discipline. Enzo Maresca was in the moment. For a coach, I understand the fact that he was carried away. It was in 96th minute. He was already on a yellow. But it just highlights the Chelsea problem. The lack of restraint. Something happened in the Benfica game where Enzo Fernandez got a yellow card. It was uncalled for. And things like that can hurt you as a team in the long run, because when you play in the Champions League like that and you get a couple of cards, you're going to miss a game. Yeah? And then, who knows the game you're going to miss? You might miss a very important game, and that could cost your team. So, discipline. Chelsea should actually look into that and play with discipline. Other than that, good game, nice execution, good result, and hopefully they can bounce back to their winning ways from these 2 results they have gotten in the Champions League against Benfica and in the EPL against the champions Liverpool. Moving on. Next up is Manchester United. Manchester United also got a win. It's jolly go round. They got a win from their game against Sunderland. Sunderland are high flying. Yeah, they've come into the league and they've been getting results. They've been keeping their head up. They were third in the table before the game against Manchester United, I think. So they are not a push around team. But Man U got the job done, and I've always said it that I think Man U is going to come good. They just need a couple more adjustments in a few places. They have the materials to come good, and I believe that Amorim would also be a very good coach to take them to where they desire to be. Yeah, they've had a turbulent time, and they have underlying issues. They have background issues that is not fully on the field related, and it's affecting them as a team. And they got Mbemo, they got Cunha. I've always said it. These players are going to come good. They just need to figure things out. And it's still a long season. I think they are just 1 point off Chelsea. Yeah, they've been having a very terrible season. Their start of season hasn't been what their fans want. Neither has it been what they to the desire as players. But it is what it is. But they are not far off. They have 10 points in the league. Arsenal league leaders have 16. That's 6 points off. That's 2 games. Like I said, early season, there's still a lot of games to play. I believe Man U is going to come good. As they grow into the season, I think they will fix all those. They fix their goalkeeper problem. I'm not trying to be too optimistic, but that guy had a good game. Siemens had a good game. It's his first game, but you could see the command. You could see how he comes and claims the ball. At the end of the game, you could see how the players were going to congratulate him. First game, first clean sheet. It was his command that was a thing. The way he commanded his box, the way he came out to claim those high balls, his presence in the goal post and in the 18-yard box, it was exceptional. I'm looking out for him. I hope he does well. I pray he does well. City, they lost Rodri again to injury. I don't know how long that injury is going to last. Rodri got injured in the last game, which is a cause for concern because without Rodri, City are looking like not the City that we know. Rodri, in my opinion, makes them tick, makes them play better. He's the captain of the side. There's something he did in the last game when they were trying to celebrate Haaland's goal. Everybody was rushing out of the pitch, but Rodri was able to tell two players to stay back. Yeah, that is what he brings to the team. He brings organization, he brings calm to the team, he brings leadership to the team. And apart from that, his play on the pitch too. He organizes their play, cleans up. Missing him is a big deal for them. I don't know what they're going to do going forward without Rodri, but let's see. They look like a team that was clicking when he came back on, and Gaviol too. They looked like a team that was beginning to tick again. Nobody knows. We'll see after the international break what happens with City in their next game. But I think they are beginning to look like the City that we know. They do their business even when they are not playing well. They get their results. I think City is in the mix, and this revelation will be more glaring in the coming game weeks of the EPL. Guardiola. People said Guardiola has lost it. I, for one, I think he has become more cautious. I don't know why he's more cautious. I think he's not as domineering as he used to be. I think he is not as confident as he used to be. I don't know why that is, but that is what I think I see when I see him on the touchline. But I still believe in him. I still believe that City will come good. I believe that they are figuring it out. But for this recent setback with Rodri, I'm not going to talk much about City because I think they are clicking. I think they are getting back to where they ought to be. And let's see. I cannot for now say, I could have said that if Rodri had not gone off injured again, and from the expression that he gave in that game, he didn't look like it was an ordinary injury. He looked frustrated. He looked very disappointed. But let's see what's going to happen. Let's hear the outcome. Then we can predict what is going to happen in the coming days of the game weeks. Tottenham, Spurs. I don't trust them. Quite frankly, I'm sorry if you're a Tottenham Spurs fan. I know they've got Thomas Frank, which is a huge boost. They got a whole lot of players in, unlike them. And they're currently third on the table. They are 2 points off Arsenal, 1 point off Liverpool. But just like I have concerns with Arsenal getting over the line, I also have concerns with Tottenham maintaining a good season. The last time I saw them have a great season was under Pochettino, where they played the Champions League final. Their consistency then was, and I thought they were actually now a team that could be in contention for things. But in the very next season, they were all over the place again. Bottom line, I don't trust. I would want to trust them, but I don't trust Tottenham. Just me. I don't trust Tottenham. I don't trust them to be able to give week in, week out results. So most times when I see them close to the top, doing well, I still have that atom of caution. I'm still cautious to give them my support and give them, but they might not need it. They don't need it. But yeah, in context, I am cautious when it comes to Tottenham Hotspurs. But let's see. It's a new season. Things can change. A lot of things can change. A lot of things can happen. They are third currently. They are getting results. They are, apart from the slip they had against Wolves, who also got a draw against Brighton. Tottenham, for me, is the most volatile team in the EPL. They are so volatile that today they are winning with such huge margin, 5-0, 4-0, 3-0. And then the next game, they are losing 2-1, 2-0, 1-0. And you just wonder how they got from here to here in just a week. That's my Tottenham problem. That's my problem with Tottenham. Yeah, you don't know. Okay, that's for teams. Let's look at individual players. Caicedo, I'm going to start with him. I think for me, he's the player of the week. He's the player of the week. He was the player of the match in that game, but I think he's the player of the week for game week 7. And I think he's also in contention for, this is my opinion, he's in contention for player of the season. He has gone a notch more above what he used to be. And he's steadily increasing in his play. The goals he scores, worldies. Caicedo scores worldies. Look at the goal against Liverpool, which was an amazing goal. The one against Brentford the previous week, amazing goal. So I think that Caicedo is beginning to be a football fan's favorite. No matter the club you support, Caicedo is that man that everybody looks to and say, yes, that's a good player. He's becoming the Kante of Chelsea again. Yeah. So Caicedo, amazing player, all-round game, bosses his position. I don't know what it is with Chelsea and DMs. They usually get their DMs spot on. Makalele, John Mikel Obi, Kante, and now Caicedo. They have a tradition of getting the best DMs in the world, or in the mix, the best in the mix. Another player to look out for is Anton Semenyo. He's blazing, he's giving the goals, he's tearing the teams apart. He's the striker that is on fire. Himself and Haaland, but Haaland has been there. Semenyo is a hot property right now. Put him in your FPL. You're going to get value for your investment. Semenyo, he's one of the players that he's catching the eyes, and I think a lot of teams will go in for him this season. And good player, good contribution to his team. Also, Chelsea players are much on my list today. That is James. What a captain! That's the kind of captain that you would want in your team. A captain that sacrifices himself for positions, right back, midfield, and just in the last game, centre back. And he goes about his business. He gives his best. He gives his all in these situations. Reece James is an amazing player. I hope he stays fit. A fit Reece James is a monster football player, and he has showed it time and time again. I hope he overcomes this. Shout out to Mason Mount. If Mason Mount can stay fit, it's unfortunate that he's often injured. If Mason Mount can stay fit for Man U, they have a gem on their hands. I hope he stays fit. I pray he stays fit so they can see the best of Mason Mount. Amazing goal he scored against Sunderland to open the scoring. He's a gem to have, and I hope that he is one of the people that reestablishes Manchester United's dominance in the EPL. That's where I'm going to drop the curtain on my recap for last weekend game week 7 of the EPL. You're going to hear from me with other contents that I'm going to make during the international break. I wish your team the best. Nigeria, my country, you guys should join me in prayers. I hope Nigeria qualifies. Nigeria, please qualify. I hope Nigeria qualifies for the World Cup. It would be definitely at the detriment of South Africa. I am an African, yes, but I'm a Nigerian, so I want my team to be there. I'm sorry, South Africans. Super Eagles. Now beg with the beg on hey, with the beg on if no move fast and pray. Move fast and pray. You guys should please do the job. Let it not be that. It's because they do not just win your games and let's leave the rest. Win your games and let's hope for the best. Please, Super Eagles. Nah, beg with D. Nah, beg. Yeah, beg. All right. So we should check out this channel for more of my content, and I hope you enjoy it enough to subscribe. Please subscribe. I need your subscription. You are important to me. You are important to me. I do not take your subscriptions lightly. Thank you so much for subscribing. Please share my videos, like, drop your comments, tell me what you think of the things I have talked about. Comments is open for you. I have a community that you can join to. Just click on the community and drop topics you want me to talk about. I hope to see you soon in my next video, and also in our preview for game week 8 of the EPL games. Arsenal is top of the table. May the best team win. Bye for now.